Blaster, decrease volume. Blaster, shut up.
Good evening all, this is Darth Rabbit 07 coming to you again tonight with another Transformers Kingdom quick review. I found this guy on the shelf, kaboom. And I gotta say, it was just a nice thing to find there. I've already got him out of the box. This is just awesome artwork, as I've always said, as is that. And here is his obligatory product shots, this, that, and the other. You got this clear plastic that I worry with every time I transform it. But that boombox is spectacular. Why is there's all this fuss about this boombox? Because this is pretty much the best retail version of him. And then there's that Kingdom parting shot. You get these excellent green and white instructions showing you how to do this, that, and the other to get him from robot mode that he comes packaged into his boombox mode there in 20 steps. And eject there, Autobot eject, gets there from 1 to 8 steps from tape to robot mode. All that said and done, let's see how cool this guy actually is in 3, 2, 1, and here is Blaster in his boombox mode. He comes with a plethora of different speakers here, as you can see, dials and knobs and the like along the bottom there. None of this is actually articulated to where it would work, but it's very nicely detailed and very nicely done. He does have his handle so you can pick it up, but even like looking at my hand, I mean, you can tell that this is not like the old 80s boom boxes. They were humongous, and the actual G1 version of this guy didn't have the tape ejecting out of it. It actually had components that actually made it work on the inside. Here's a look from the top down. You can peg in stuff there if you need be. You got more speaker detail on the sides, and on the back you got his gun in there with some other portholes that go with the combat system that's with this line. Future tape releases will probably peg in right here in the back with those pegs that also hold these guys smartly whenever you go to convert it. The gun can act as a antenna in this mode, and being that, you can eject by pushing down on the buttons there and get eject to come out and play. And he is a tape, and like in G1, these were painted to look like real tapes, and instead of this clear plastic, the clear plastic goes on into the legacy line being energon infused, and I can live and do without the energon infused because the only thing you saw it is his joints, and you can see them there as a point with the nail file here, boom and boom, and you can see right through there. And on mine, it started to crack a little bit and whatnot, so I'm going to be very gentle and transform this guy when I do transform him. Set him aside there. You can close that back, and you can pop that gun right off and see that it's awesomely detailed, and it's got ports that you can plug in and or set it on the back there, but it does you no good there. But anyway, it's just options you can do if you decide to do so. These do not work with the blast effects, which is a real shame because Blaster deserves to have some blast effects. I know it's really bad, pitiful, blah, blah, blah. But you can also peg in to that little surface, and eject can hold it as well. So there's that. And we'll get both these guys converted, and then we'll go through the details and some articulation before we call this quits tonight. I just want to say thank you again to the 363 that have subscribed to my channel down in the thing. I think you guys rock so hardcore. And I'm feeling better from earlier today when I shot the other video. So I think after a shower and whatnot and some more medicine, it's working, and hopefully we'll beat this thing out of us. So let's get this guy into shape in 3, 2, 1, and of particular note, while transforming this, and I got it right here at this one step, I just wanted to show you I got my guy's head sideways so I can get to his earlobe and pull him on out. If it's set flush, it really does not do anything but make it harder for you, and then you can close that back before spinning it around. and put the butt flap down, and his transformation is complete. So there is Holy Moly Good Tunes Blaster in his robot mode, standing alongside his little partner Eject. And I'm going to put his gun in there and adjust the camera to where you can see what's going on here. And being that he's a small feller, he doesn't have a lot to help him stand up, so you just kind of got to pose accordingly, and hopefully he'll stand there. And then I like to take and put his blaster in his right hand, and there they are, guys. Let's go through Eject first, since he's the smaller of the two. He has quite a lot of nice articulation and good detail. There's his face there, and you can see how nice that looks there on his face. He does have side-to-side rotation due to the ball joint in his head. He can look back because his transformation joint looks up that high, and then you can take his arm and go all the way around. That scares me because it's clear plastic, and then he's got the little elbow ball there that he's got, and a little swivel out the side, and no waist due to transformation. Small guys usually don't get a waist joint, and I'm hoping that'll be fixed in Legacy. You can get 90 there, you can go there, you go back to there, up this far with it. You can see his little foot in the clear plastic there. And if you do his arms and stuff up, you can get the full van damage because of the transformation joint there. So there you go. There's Eject in a nutshell. And I'm hoping that we do get some solid ones, because the clear plastic does bother me, and as it bothers a lot of other folks too, as I'm aware from watching other reviews. And Blaster's chest area can be activated as well in robot mode, and boom, there it is, to where you can definitely get that going on. I don't get why that's strobing like that, but I got it fixed. So then it's got good detail on the inside of his chest there. I'm going to try to zoom in here. But you see he's got, tape. They could have did more stuff or tapes in here and had that push and forward mechanism, kind of like the Masterpiece Soundwave does. And maybe that would be incorporated into the obvious twin cast that'll be coming, probably as a Generation Select for the Legacy line. If not, just another general release in the Legacy line. He's also coming to the Legacy line in Legacy packaging, tinier window, and the whole 9 yards. And let's just do a quick walk around here on Blaster and let you see the goods. And you can see his combat ports there on his leg. They seem to, no matter with the transformation or being in robot mode or that, it all has some functionality there. There's the knobs from the boombox on the back of his legs. The only hollow bits they're kind of hidden because it's black, but still that bugs me. I hope that is something that they will fix altogether. It doesn't need to be hollow. Other than that, he's a solid figure. So there's that. He's got more ports in the back there that you can do stuff with. Store his gun. The butt flap will articulate up due to transformation, so you can get that far back, that far forward. You can get about 90 degrees at the knee there. You got ankle rockers, some toe tilt due to transformation, upper thigh swivel, full articulated waist due to transformation joint. These are just things that I hope that gets incorporated in. And please, for the love of everything, give the robots articulating wrist. I mean, I could understand if this was smaller, and this is a smaller Voyager, but still, I mean, they could do this better justice for Blaster here, and also fill in the hollow bits some way or another. And his finger really doesn't really help push that at all, because the way this moves here or whatnot, and you can get it up that far, it will go all the way around. And upper bicep cut, no wrist articulation. That's just like a biggest pet peeve to me. That face looks really, really good. Nicely painted blue eyes, the white chrome dome on his head, the blaster antenna, the DT silence top notch, and just a tease that they could have did some light piping here if you're a fan of light piping instead of the painted detail in the eyes there. But anyway, tempo on the Autobot symbol on the chest looks really, really good. Everything else looks top notch, along with the black that's painted inside of the shoulders there to give that detail a little bit more pop and pump. And really do think that this is a nice way to end the Kingdom line. This was not announced until a couple months ago, and then boom, everybody's frantically looking for it and whatnot. Some final thoughts coming up. 3, 2, 1. So some final thoughts here on Blaster. While he is a retail release and all the other conventions are there, minus the wrist articulation, he's a solid piece and worth looking for to pick up. I don't think that he's worth spending a whole lot of money more than retail. I mean, I think the prices are up on this. I think I paid $31.99 plus tax. It's around $34, so that's kind of aggravating. But with inflation comes this costing more. I'm hoping that Hasbro will do a masterpiece version of this guy, and I will hopefully one day be able to get a hold of the re-release without paying it too much overpriced there. I didn't get it last year when it was at Walmart, and I'm really upset that I didn't get it because it only came with one cassette, and I think it should come with all the cassettes, just like I think the masterpiece should as well. And I've seen some third-party reiterations, but this is an excellent Transformers Kingdom swan song to finish the general retail lineup before Legacy. If you're a fan of Blaster, don't hesitate to pick this guy up. I actually went back and got the comic that has him and Scrounge, and I'm waiting on it to come in. And I'm going to do Masterpiece Skids pretty soon here to get him, I'm going to do that recreation from the comic there for that review. And it's just, these are like, these last little pieces here are like some of my favorite characters from all time that I've gotten a hold of. This is 2 thumbs up. Highly recommend. I'm hoping that their party will help us get us some wrist articulation because Blaster needs, to be able to move and be free and that kind of thing. And I'm hoping that they take lessons learned and apply it moving forward. I'm hoping we get some Legacy Seekers that are on par with the Siege articulation, plus give it jet modes with rolling retractable landing gear, just like Jetfire Commander class has. I mean, that used to be a staple of what they used to do. Not necessarily on G1, but some of the other older toys from Generation 2, they had nice rolling landing gear. Anyway, thanks again for watching. You guys have an excellent, safe week. I hope you enjoyed this quick review of Autobot Blaster with Eject. Thanks again for watching. Till all are one. Have a great day out there.